Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Trading Chief. Welcome back to the channel. I just got to say, it was my 9-year anniversary a couple of days ago, and my wife is deployed, and I just got my anniversary gift, and it's a 6th gen Fossil smartwatch. Right, thing's pretty sick. Can't wait to open it up and check it out. But that's not really the point of this video. I just wanted to show you, if babe, if you're watching, I know you hate that I do YouTube videos, but I just wanted to say thank you. You're amazing, and I love you. So, but anyway, let's get to the point of the video. We're gonna be looking at a company that has a FDA review coming up. It's gonna be Delcath Systems, ticker DCTH, and this one's got a little bit of history on it, but we're gonna do this real quick. The first news article we're going to look at is from December 2nd of 2021. And this is a resubmission of a new drug application. So it says Delcath says Hepzato induces statistically significant response rates in phase 3 trial for ocular melanoma. So Delcath Systems said Thursday that results from a phase 3 trial showed that Hepzato yielded statistically significant improvements in patients with liver-dominant metastatic ocular melanoma over the best alternative care in the analysis of pre-specified endpoints. Based on the results of the analysis, treatment with Hepzato resulted in an objective response rate of 31.4%, including 6.9% of patients with a complete response. The median duration of response was 14 months, while the disease control rate was 65.7%. Among patients who have at least received one study treatment, the objective response rate of patients treated with Hepzato was 35.2% compared to 12.5%. For patients treated with the best alternative care, the disease control rate was 73.6% for the Hepzato arm, compared with 37.5% for the best alternative care arm. The median progress-free survival was 9.03 months for the Hepzato arm, compared with 3.12 months for the best alternative care arm. The most common treatment emergent serious adverse events reported for those being treated with Hepzato were anemia, thrombocytopenia, or low blood platelet count, and neutropenia, or low neutrophil count, which the company said were well manageable. There were no treatment-related deaths in the study, but 5.3% of the patients experienced serious cardiac adverse events that have resolved with no ongoing complications, according to a statement. The company expects to resubmit a new drug application for Hepzato by mid-2022. So it's got some concerns, as you can see, with the cardiac adverse events. And they had originally submitted this more than a decade ago, back in, I think it was like 2013. But we're gonna keep looking at it and kind of determine what is what with this one. And the next news article we're going to look at is from January 10th. It says Delcath System now expects to submit the NDA to the US FDA during Q1 2023, right? Because it was originally supposed to be in the second half of 2021. Or sorry, 2022. They didn't do that. Ended up doing it in 2023, right? It says Delcath Systems files for resale of up to 2.14 million shares of common stock by selling stockholders. So since they're submitting this, they've already pretty much paid for the funding to make the drug, right? So you don't really have to worry about it getting diluted once it's approved. And then the next news article is going to be this one right here. Delcath Systems announces a new drug application resubmission for Hepzato. This is where it kind of talks about how Hepzato, right here, is submitted in 2013, got a complete response letter, but we'll go over it. This is Delcath Systems, an intervention oncology company focused on the treatment of primary and metastatic cancers of the liver, announced it submitted a new drug application resubmission to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the Hepzato kit, seeking approval for the treatment of patients with unresectable hepatic dominant metastatic ocular melanoma. The resubmission is in response to a September 12, 2013 complete response letter from the FDA. The NDA resubmission contains comprehensive data and information to address all issues identified in the CRL. The FDA is expected to determine whether the resubmission constitutes a complete response and is eligible for review within 30 days. Once accepted for review by the FDA, a new PDUFA action date will be established for the Hepzato kit application. Submission is a critical milestone for Delcath and represents the culmination of years of work by investigators and employees, said the CEO. We look forward to receiving feedback from the FDA regarding a PDUFA date within 30 days, which they already did. The FOCUS trial evaluated the safety and efficiency of the treatment with Hepzato kit for patients with MOM. The primary endpoint of overall response rate was assessed by an independent review committee per RECIST version 1.1 per protocol. Patients were treated every 6 to 8 weeks for a maximum of 6 cycles. Tumor responses were assessed every 12 weeks, plus or minus 2 weeks until disease progress. Delcath powered the single-arm trial. I'm not going to go into all this because it's a bunch of stuff that nobody's going to understand. But anyway, the thing is that it was submitted in 2013. They received a CRL for it, and then they're resubmitting it now a decade later, as you can see right here, a decade later. So right now, this is raising red flags for me. But we'll look at the last news article, which is this one right here. It says Delcath Systems Inc. announces FDA acceptance of new drug application resubmission for Hepzato kit with a PDUFA date of August 14th, 2023. So there's your PDUFA date, August 14th of 2023. It says Delcath Systems is an interventional oncology company focused on the treatment of primary and metastatic cancers of the liver, announced that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has accepted Delcath Systems' new drug application resubmission for Hepzato, seeking approval for the treatment of patients with unresectable hepatic dominant metastatic ocular melanoma. The FDA also communicated to Delcath that they'd considered the submission a complete Class 2 response, and the PDUFA date for the resubmission is August 14th of 2023. Class 2 response is basically saying that they're going to have to redo a PDUFA date and they're going to have to reinspect the manufacturing partner or whoever's making the drug. They're going to have to reinspect that facility. The FDA's acceptance of the NDA resubmission is a significant milestone for Delcath, and we look forward to working with the agency throughout its review of the application. We believe that Hepzato, if approved, will be an important option for treating patients with metastatic ocular melanoma. So that's really it for the news articles. I think this one's going to be very risky, high risk, high reward type deal. So if you go into it light, set a stop loss. I would probably buy now since it's over. What is it at? It's not quite oversold. It's oversold back here under the 30, but it's coming back in. So I would probably buy now and just hold it until August 14th. Just take a small position in it because I don't see. I mean, it might trade sideways for a while, but I think it's going to really be one of those that it's either going to sink really hard on a CRL or it's going to take off and, hit $10. So that's your choice to make. Um, but just I'd be mindful and set a stop loss on it on whatever you decide to do. All right, that's all I got for you. I hope you take these warnings with heart and be safe and just make some money. All right, thanks. Have a good one.